Oh my god, you guys, the craziest thing happened this week. Alina from 90 Day Fiance has been fired, and you'll never believe why. Even though she's only been on the show since December, we've already had complaints about her, but in the end, she was fired for one crazy, shocking reason. You guys, I don't waste any time. Here is the deal. We uncovered that Alina had been using the N-word and other insensitive content on her social media accounts, and luckily, you guys, TLC quickly got her booted from 90 Day Fiance. And the craziest thing is, her excuse is what really shocked people, because Alina said that she hadn't known that the N-word was derogatory before, and she thought it meant bro or fella. So, I mean, first thing, how could that possibly be true? She speaks, pretty good English, and as everyone's pointed out, she used the word many times and was even laughing about it. But you guys, you'll never believe it, because that was not all. The story somehow actually gets even crazier from here. Because although Alina did apologize for her repeated use of, the N-word, no one believed that she was sincere. In fact, one day later, someone on Reddit shared a screenshot that really, shocked fans. And the picture showed Alina dressed in a sari, which is a traditional Indian clothing, and she was sitting in a wheelchair at a Dubai fashion show where she was modeling. And the 2017 alleged post read, "I got married today, became a 134th wife." And Alina claims that the picture was photoshopped, and another image shows the caption after she changed it to read runaway or roll away, an obvious, pun or whatever on her wheelchair. So we're all stunned to see even more social media posts surfacing. One from a 2015 Instagram post talked about the actor Hugh Grant, Alina's crush, or rather, she talked about how his wife was Asian, so his kids would be kinda Asian. Because of that, Hugh Grant would not meet her taste. She even put a sad face emoji after the post. I mean, I don't know, guys. I just cannot believe this. One of the posts that got the most attention was what appeared to be an invite to a party, and Alina posted about it with the N-word, all throughout. And if that wasn't bad enough, the reality star then laughed, and she said she couldn't help writing the words because it was one of the funniest things she had seen. And then she bragged that she was definitely going to the party. And all the fans called this undeniable evidence that she knew more about the word than she let on. And fans were also angry that she found humor in the slur. And apparently, Alina didn't learn from former 90 Day Fiance star baby girl Lisa Ham, who, if you guys don't already know, got fired for, also saying the N-word. Her story was a bit different because Lisa's husband, Usman, obviously accused her on the show of using the N-word to talk about him, and then fans got a surprise when they learned that that wasn't the only time she had used the bad word, because footage leaked of baby girl Lisa using the slur on TV at one of the 90 Day Fiance tell-alls, and she was fired from the show almost immediately after. And because of that, it shouldn't come as a shock that Alina would be fired as well, even though fans wondered for a couple of days whether or not she'd actually be fired, and I didn't really want to report on it until I heard we had, real confirmation. But obviously it would have been very hypocritical of TLC if they didn't fire her, but they've done crazy stuff before. But Alina, who said that she would always be against any form of discrimination, will no longer be a star on the reality show, and fans are not disappointed that TLC let her go. However, it does sound like, 90 Day Fiance editors are scrambling to try to cut out Alina from future episodes. Remember how I said fans were already not too fond of her before the use of the N-word was revealed? They called her needy and clingy with her man, Caleb. Well, fans also criticized Alina for wanting to push the relationship too fast, while Caleb wants to take it slow. Remember the cuddle scene? Okay. Well, Alina was mad at Caleb for falling asleep the night before while she had been washing her face. She had missed her cuddle time apparently, and after a little more arguing on her part, the two finally did cuddle. But then I couldn't believe what happened when we saw just how the couple met for the first time in person. Did Alina really catfish Caleb? Well, the couple had been friends for 13 years, chatting online, as we all know. They later, met up on a dating app, and they decided to see if they could take their platonic relationship to a romantic level. So they met in Turkey to explore their chemistry, and at the airport, we got to see them meet and take off their masks. While Caleb told her she was pretty, he admitted that she was shorter than he expected. Caleb did get some heat for those comments too, but what happened next was truly shocking, because while they were in Turkey, the couple played the game Never Have I Ever, and Alina's crazy friend Elijah was there and joined in too, and it was all good until Caleb announced that he had been with over 100 women, and some fans were outraged, calling him a liar and that he was bragging, and others said that he actually, might be telling the truth. But in any case, they thought he didn't sit well with Alina, who had been pressuring him to hurry up and get into the relationship with her, and you guys will never believe it because this isn't the whole story. Caleb wanted wanted some time to think about a possible romantic relationship with Alina. Well, then Elijah, Alina's friend and a supporter of Alina, used to be a fan favorite for his support of, Alina, but then things changed, obviously. But Elijah started grilling Caleb, asking him why he wanted to do with Alina, and Elijah made it very clear he didn't think Caleb was good enough for Alina, and both Alina and Elijah continued to push Caleb, refusing to give her time to think or respect his boundaries. So will Elijah be the next to be taken off the show? Obviously, I think with Alina, it's kind of like a package deal. More than likely, if Alina's done, so is Elijah. So the big question, the million-dollar question, you guys, what happens to Caleb and Alina now? Will they stay together to see if their chemistry is still there, or will they go their separate ways? For his part, Caleb has been supportive of Alina to the social media at least, but people are wondering how long that will last. In fact, one viewer asked Caleb if he still was dating Alina, and you'll never guess his response. All he said was Caleb told the fan to tune in to find out. So he may never actually get the chance now. Now that the show is allegedly pulling Alina from future episodes, we may be left on a cliffhanger with the couple. It is possible that they finish out with her and Caleb's storyline. The statement that TLC released just said that she wouldn't appear on the tell-all and she wouldn't film any future episodes, and there was kind of some vague talk about her being cut off at the end of the month. So I'm not sure how many more episodes we have until the tell-all, so it's kind of a gray area. But maybe Caleb will appear on the next season of Single Life, and we'll find out about what really happened between them. Hey, it happened with Usman. Baby girl Lisa got fired from the show, but he's been on this season of 90 Day Fiance with his new girlfriend, Kim. So if I had to guess, I would say TLC will probably do something similar with Caleb, unless by some shocking turn of events they are still together. And if that's the case and Caleb is sticking by her side, chances are that neither of them will ever be a part of 90 Day Fiance franchise ever again. But after all, we've seen how he's reacting to Alina's lies about her height and her medical conditions. So I would be very shocked if he decided to stay with her, and chances are he's still showing support to her as a friend instead of a boyfriend. But hey, of course, you guys already know, what do I know? Well, y'all, I think I speak for all of us when I say that I never, ever, ever expected this to happen. With how Alina's story would go, I never would have guessed it, that she was using all of these horrible words and saying all of these racist things. Luckily, though, TLC took action. They fired her, and hopefully we'll never have to deal with her craziness on TV again. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Do me a huge favor, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.